Oh, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Remember this old game? Alright, so yeah, I made this video the other day or whatever, a few days ago. It was called Yu-Gi-Oh! Sucks Now, right? And, uh, while I don't think I was wrong necessarily in the video about what I experienced, I think I was wrong in an overarching, kind of like perspective kind of thing, you know? Like in my video, I mean, you know, it's funny because obviously I looked at all the comments, at least at first. I've been kind of busy playing the game since then. I haven't really looked at the comments since. But you know, I mostly looked at and responded to the criticism. Not like you're wrong, you know, I'm right, you're wrong, but no, more like trying to like understand their perspective, give them my perspective. But I don't know. It like pushed me to try more and keep going and you know, and give it a better, more fair shot. Learn the mechanics, you know? And I've learned the mechanics. I know all of them. I understand all of them now. And I didn't watch a video to do that. I played the game to do that, right? And the only thing I had to look up was synchro summoning because I was synchro summoning at some point and I didn't even understand how I was doing it. And I didn't understand why I couldn't do it sometimes. It doesn't say it on it, but like the two cards have to add up to the level of the card. I don't know why it doesn't say it on there. It says it on like every other thing that would, you know, like a ritual card would say that. But so that's the only thing I've looked up. But other than that, I've learned how to do everything myself. So what I can do is just showcase a little duel, and then I'll continue yapping about the stuff that I was saying that I interrupted myself with. And you know, this is not the greatest duel ever. This guy didn't do some turn one crazy garbage. He was kind of about the same level of player as I am. And that's good, right? Because it's lame if everyone's just doing some turn one nonsense. But I do some nonsense in this, all right? And this is the where, for me, this duel was the turning point where I realized that it is fun and that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is good. And that they've done a great job keeping Yu-Gi-Oh! Alive. And I understand now. It's like my eyes are opened. I get it. Now keep in mind, even though I get it, I still lose 90% of my duels. And that's just because, you know, my deck's not that good. And, you know, there are just so many things that counter everything, you know? So it's like yeah, there's power creep, right? But I think if they adjust some of the power creep slightly, you know, things could be improved, but it's definitely not bad. So right there, you know, when I tribute that, I get these tokens, right? And I use those to do stuff, whatever. Oh yeah, this is like a chaos deck. And the whole point is I want like light and dark cards in my graveyard to be able to then banish to summon special like big cards, you know? Now this is a slow duel there. We literally just both didn't even take a turn, right? Which is okay. I guess it kind of evened itself out, right? So there we go. I summoned this guy, but then let me get rid of that. But then my little synchro summon things lit up, so I'm like, oh, I can do that, and then I do that, and then I summon this. This is the first time I summoned a synchro summon. Do that, you know, I activate the effect, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna summon this guy just because I didn't even think about what I was doing. And then it's like, oh, well, now I can do this thing again. And then I got him out, and now I understand now I should have put him up here in this little extra spot because it's safer up there, and I even have a card that destroys everything except for whatever's up there. But you know, now I get another guy, and I'm like, oh, now I understand. Obviously, in this video, I actually did not understand what I was doing. I was just doing. I was just stumbling into success here. But I do understand now about the levels. Like it's a 6 and a 2, and then you know. But then yeah, then boom, boom, just like that, I just win. That's me winning. Using the synchro stuff, and it felt good. Like the people were saying in the comments, when you do it, it feels good, and it did. I was excited. I immediately called this guy in Discord, and I'm like, dude, I want a duel. I've been in here slaving away to the shop Now, I haven't spent a penny on this game, all right? And you really don't need to. And this would then also come into, like, the new player approach. What I would advise is you just do the various activities. You have these missions. You start with some gems. Get like 1,000, right? And then you go in here. You can, if this looks like something, I don't even know if this is an archetype thing. This might be. But, like, if those aren't interesting, you go down to this master pack, and you get 10 of these. And it's got at least one super rare guaranteed, and then you get the ultra rares and super rares. And when you get an ultra rare and super rare card, it gives you a key for a secret pack. And then when you get that, you unlock like a specific thing for 24 hours here. And then for me, with the deck I have, it's like basically none of them were really interesting. But then this one, I was like, oh, this one looks cool. I'm like, oh, what's this? Oh, Blackluster Soldier. You know, I'm like an ancient old school fan. That's something that I'm familiar with, right? And so I looked at that and I'm like, okay, yeah. And so I went for this. I wasn't even intending on using something like this, you know, because that's the new shit that's confusing to me, right? But just because of, you know, the way it panned out in terms of like the cards I had and how many cards I could fit into a deck, I ended up just making the chaos thing. And that's how you get your thing, by the way. Then just keep buying 10 packs, like spam 10 packs, earn more, 1,000 more, 10 packs, same thing. You just get the same thing until you're good. Until you have, like, if you take a look at my cards, it's like I'm only missing a few of these Blackluster Soldier cards, like boom, boom, boom. And that's it. So it's like, you know, I wasn't able to do the Blackluster thing, but I was able to do what I'm doing. And then that's how you do it. And that's how you can get yourself into the game. Because you can't use these default decks and stuff. They're just terrible. Whoops, wrong button. You can't use the default decks. But, yeah, so that's how I would say you can get into the game. Hopefully I wasn't speaking too fast. I'm just trying to not take too long. I don't like long videos. But yeah, this deck is pretty good. It works pretty well. I understand the interactions a lot better now than in that video even. And I understand, like, how to do things. I can even get this guy out turn 1. Don't know exactly how, but, like, it's, you know, I'd have to look at it, you know, when I'm doing it right. But, like, you know, it works. I do some discard stuff to just try to, like, instantly cheese shit into my graveyard. And it's cool. It works. It's okay. It's not like some meta deck. It's not that good, but it's okay. And it's something I'm familiar with. And I will say one thing that I am happy with is, because, like, really what made me, like, say, like, okay, I'm gonna try, like, really try, was there's this video I saw or something, or I got a Gate Guardian, I believe, right? I got a Gate Guardian. And I'm like, this is a cool card, you know, is this even good? Like, I'm like, oh, comparing this. And then I'm just seeing related cards, and I'm seeing all these things. And I looked up a video of a guy who then put a deck together, a Gate Guardian deck. I think I was looking at that thing. And then I'm like, oh, that looks like fun. That's what I want to do. So that's what I was trying to do. And then I stumbled into doing this. But I like that they support older cards, like Gate Guardian, Buster Blader, Gaia the Knight for some reason. Even this Chaos stuff. Like, this is semi-old. I mean, I guess this is old. When did this come out, right? This is, like, old as shit, actually. Like, this was when I was still playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I have this card. I don't know if I have this card, but, you know, I was still getting shit around this era. But a lot of these cards are new. I don't know which ones are. It doesn't show like a year or anything. But I like that they add new support for older things, like the Blackluster Soldier, right? Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Apparently the Blue Eyes deck is like one of the strongest decks ever. And it really is, like, because you see, like, here's this deck I was using in that video, I think. No, this isn't it. I was using, I don't even know, actually. Zombie 2, I think. You know, it's just kind of, it's cards that are zombies, you know, and that's kind of it. And it's just like, It doesn't really do anything, I guess, but I think I was wrong. Clearly, the game has evolved. It's evolved beyond just having some random cards. You know, even if you have, like, not just random cards, but, like, your best cards, it's like the game's evolved, all right? It's been a long time. It's been over 20 years. Sometimes things change a little bit, and it's okay. I still think that they should have different eras, or I don't remember the word people were using in the comments, but, like, you know, where you could play, like, this version of the game, like you play the game before a certain point, like period locking. I don't know what to call it, but, like, you know, I think you know what I mean. Like playing in the, I can't give you a year, but, like, what, you know what I'm saying, like before they added all these new things, right? I think that would allow a lot of older players to just come back and have fun, and maybe a good amount of them, you know, kind of then try the newer stuff. And then the people who like the newer stuff can obviously continue to like the new stuff. And I would like both. I would like both 100%. Honestly, I'd probably do better in the older thing because I'm more, even now with my deck here, it's still a slower, not really. It's not broken. Like, I can summon this guy turn 1, that's a very good card, but it's not like I'm summoning 15 of these turn 1 and negating every single thing my opponent can do, right? And speaking of which, I think synchro summons are very fair. You need a tuner and a non-tuner, so it's not infinite. If you don't have a tuner, you can't do it, and they have to equal the right level, right? And then XYZs use like this one says 2 plus level 7 monsters. So it's like you have 2, 3, 4, whatever, but level 7 monsters. But link summons are actually, I think link summons are the problem. Pendulum summons are fine. They're a little weird, but I didn't even mention them in the last video. I think link summons are the problem because they're just too easy. It's just, you play something, do its effect, and then just replace it with a link summon, right? It's like you have a level 1 card in your deck, and you're playing it. Well, guess what? You're auto-including Relinquished in your deck, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? It's just an additional effect that you can basically put onto any level 1 monster, you know? So it's like, why wouldn't you? It's like this would be an auto-include, right? Of course. So I think link summons are kind of the problem, in terms of, like, everything being a little ridiculous, because, like, a lot of them are just way too easy to get out. You know, they're not like if I go back up to this one is like 2 plus Goki monsters, right? It's like, okay, that's fair. You know, that's it's like 2 specific types of things. You know, 2 hero monsters. It's like, all right. I don't know what the effects of those cards do, but I'm just saying, like, things that are, like, too easy, like 2 effect monsters. It's just like, that's super easy, right? You just play 2 things, and then now you have this out, and then, you know, it's like, okay. It's a little too easy to get links out, and there's no cap on it. You can just keep doing it, and I think that's kind of the issue. But overall, I would say that I was wrong. It's fun. Even when I'm losing, though, now, with my deck that does work, it functions, and it's an interesting deck. Even though I'm losing most of the time still, at least I'm, like, doing something, you know? It's like when you're sitting there turn 1 and all you can do is look at your phone while your opponent just wins, that's boring. That's lame. It's like, why are you even here, you know? But, like, when you're able to actually try and you summon your big monsters, and sure, maybe it's not enough, and maybe they're just better, their deck's better, it feels a lot better when you're able to at least try. You know, it's like if Vegeta keeps losing to Goku, it doesn't make him cry and give up. It makes him, like, keep going, right? And that's fine. You know? That's basically what it's like. It's like, you know, you just keep going. But yeah, it is good. I'm wrong. It's good. Link summons are a little broken. I think they're continuing to make old cards relevant, which I appreciate, which I didn't understand. I didn't know that. I didn't understand that when I made the video. I thought it was just all the old stuff's just dead, you know, except maybe the blue eyes thing, like the Dark Magician, right? That's pretty much, and the Gaia, because those are the only ones I saw. If there are any other old archetypes that are kind of being supported or like created based on old cards, let me know. The other thing is I want this. I don't know how to get this. I don't have friends. So if you want to do this, let me know, and I can get whatever this stuff is. That would be good. And other than that, yeah, I'm gonna be playing this a lot. I'm gonna be playing it like I've been waiting. My food's cold. I'm trying to get this over with. But it's a good game. I like it. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. I played Yu-Gi-Oh forever. I played Yu-Gi-Oh since it came out until I don't know, like 80% through the GX era. I don't know exactly. Maybe GX era was done and it was on to like the motorcycle thing. I don't know. I wasn't watching the show really at that point. I was too busy playing video games, right? So, oh wait, no, it's because of World of Warcraft. Yeah, World of Warcraft kind of just took over everything that I enjoyed in life. So yeah, I'm not some guy who's just coming in like clueless. I'm not some idiot who's just like, oh, what's this? I did try Magic the Gathering, by the way, and Magic the Gathering is actually very easy to get into. It's kind of like Hearthstone, but it also felt a little cringe. You know, like I don't want to get political or anything, but like it just seemed a little like doesn't seem like it is what it used to be. You know what I mean? But Yu-Gi-Oh, I think, has evolved in a good way. I think it's fine. It's fine, and I was wrong. It's fine. It's just they need to just link summons, and then in this game specifically, maybe I don't know. Maybe other Yu-Gi-Oh games aren't like this, but they need to get the kind of new player experience a little bit better, maybe, because I think the big problem is you come in with your old school deck brain and you're putting together some bullshit, and you only have bullshit that you can use, and then you go in, all you can do really is play against players, and they're going to rip your dick off, you know? The solo mode is... it's cool, you know, it's nice, but it's not like playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? I think they just get like an AI. Like, get an AI that has like decks, and then like... Not the solo mode though, because again, that's kind of like cheesy in a way. It's like you know, maybe it's not actually. Because I mean, it's playing against deck. All right, well, fuck. I guess I'm wrong about that too. All right. I don't know. All right. Maybe I can't get into the specifics of how they can balance like the new player experience. It's too complicated with like ratings and like win-loss ratios of players and how it calculates that. It's like a whole thing. But yeah, it's okay. I don't know. Something needs to happen to allow people like me to get into it, because I think most people like me would just give up. But not me. I'm all right, and I'm gonna go back to do this. You know, this video's long. I don't like making long videos because I'm really boring. So sorry if it's a long video, and hopefully if you want to add me on this so we can play, I don't know how to do that. I'll just show my profile. So add me on here and we'll duel or something. You can give me that code so I get that stuff. Unfathomable. All right, that's me. Fan of the anime. That's me. Returning. That's me. I don't know what Stoic. I don't know what unlocked that, but come on in. Come on. Let's go. Show me your least stupid good deck, because I don't want to play some bullshit, but I want, maybe my deck feels a little underpowered, but yeah, I don't know. Come on in. Let's go.